fix for it.
I mean, we're building up to that. I hope the shoulder feels fine too. I mean, it feels fine now, but I understand like certain areas.
Yeah, it sucks. Wish I had, and it's not even a good story. Like, I don't know if I did anything good for it. Wrestling with the old friend.
Just some readings before we end the training. Day 44, page 22. With ego, life is a misery because if you are rooted in something false, you cannot celebrate. Only truth can release the energies of celebration in you. Only truth can become a song in your heart. The ego is the greatest lie. All other lies are byproducts of it. And because it is a lie, it stinks. Because it is a lie, it creates 1,001 problems around itself. It hides behind those problems. It creates a great facade of misery, such clouds of misery that you get involved in the misery and forget all about the root cause of it all. The moment ego is dropped, and it is only a question of your decision. If you want to drop it, you can drop it right now. Nothing can prevent you from dropping it except yourself. Instantly, your life goes through a radical change. It goes through a revolution. Great poetry and great music arise in you. End. Day 45. I'm giving you a totally new vision of religion. It is not based on fear, it is rooted in fearlessness. So I don't teach you any dogma, any belief system, any philosophy. I simply give you the science of going in, of waking up your soul. And nobody else can do that for you. Nobody can do it on your behalf. You have to do it. The master can only indicate the way, you have to follow it. Once even a little stirring in your consciousness starts happening, the process is triggered. Then it goes on growing on its own. The first step is the most difficult. The seed falling into the soil ready to die is the difficult step. Once that has been taken and the seed has died in the soil, the sprout starts growing. Just 2 leaves come in the beginning, and then soon great foliage and many branches and a huge tree with millions of flowers. End. Man has lived at war too much. Outside he fights with others, inside he fights with himself, as if he knows only one way to live, and that is fighting. In the name of politics, fight with others. In the name of religion, fight with yourself. This is why we have created misery. Fighting cannot bring peace. One has to learn how to drop this old pattern of constant fighting. My approach is that of non-resistance, of no fight. No fight is needed because this is our existence. We are part of it. It is not inimical to us. It is not against us. It is not going to devour us. It has given birth to us. It nourishes us. It is very friendly, very motherly. Your body is your friend and your mind too. You just have to know how to use them. Let this be your foundation. Outside, be friendly with existence. Inside, be friendly with everybody, with yourself too. Which is the hardest? People don't love themselves. That is the last thing they ever do. It is easy to love the enemy. It is very difficult to love yourself. You know yourself too well. How can you love yourself? But the person who can love himself can love all. Love thyself, and you are bound to love your enemies and everybody else. If you can love yourself, you have fulfilled the basic condition of love. Out of that love arises peace, and peace is the door from which we start having our messages of godliness.
I'd like to reflect on that one.
Go ahead.
I had a conversation actually with my wife last night about it, and she was talking about the news and how you hear about gang violence and all that stuff, and little girls getting killed in the neighborhood. And I kind of shed some light. I pretty much paraphrased what was being said in the last passage about how, you know, a lot of people who participate in gang violence and all that stuff don't love themselves usually to begin with. And it's hard for them to show love when they have no love for themselves. So it's easy to, oh, well, it's us versus them. You know, you separate where, all right, I don't love myself, so I want to hurt everybody. I'm miserable, so I want to make other people around me miserable. And that's where it really begins and that's where it ends. If people learn to love themselves, I'm not going to say always, but in most cases, they wouldn't want to hurt other people.
Yeah. I wonder if it was the girl, because one of my students that trains here, she works at the Inglewood. She's a teacher over there, and there's a girl in her class playing out in the playground at the school that got shot. You know, it just happened a few days ago. You know?
The little girl got shot while playing on the playground?
Yeah, she's like 11 years old or something like that, or 12. She showed me a picture of her. That was her student, you know. It's just sad, you know. You just go to school and then your child gets shot while at school playing in the playground, you know.
Is this a recent thing, like this
Yeah.
last weekend you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I heard there was wasn't there 2 kids that
Yeah,
got shot?
2, yeah.
One of them,
Also same playground, same?
No, one of them was, I think, in her car or something.
yeah, they were just in the neighborhood in the car, minding their own business.
Different thing.
Yeah, different
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
And the other girl was playing in the playground, like you said, by her school.
Yeah, the one in the playground is the one that's connected to my student.
Wow. Last I heard they were in, critical condition.
Yeah.
Is there anything more? Or are they like,
Yeah, that's what I heard
do
too.
we know anything more? Are they naked? It's fucked up.
It's sad.
Really fucked up.
I mean, I want to add more. Like, when people learn to love themselves, I mean, I've seen it in my own life. Like, you approach things totally different. Like, when people, have a bad home life and they go to work or to school, they bring that with them. And it's like there's misery everywhere. But if you got a good home life, no matter what the school is, I mean, yeah, it happens. Like, all right, this is bad condition, but you're not going to bring bad things with you. Or if things are going good for you in life, you're not going to, if anything, I think you become even, the worst thing that can happen if things are going good for you is you're apathetic, you don't care.
I think part of loving yourself too is like being surrounded by people that love you for who you are. So then you're not afraid to be yourself. Because a lot of people, they want to change themselves so they can fit in with the crowd. So then they don't love themselves because they don't feel accepted for who they are. But if you're surrounded by people that love you for who you are, then that's, I think, one of the foundations of self-love is that acceptance. Because, and like he's saying, a lot of times it starts from the family, from the home. So, like if it starts from the very beginning, from your parents, and they love you for who you are, then you're always going to be yourself because you have their support. And then you might have the support of your siblings, and then slowly you start building friends that accept you for who you are. And then you just have a lot of self-love. But if you don't have the people around you who support you, then what people could do, they could start changing themselves to not be who they are, and they never really love themselves because they're false, and they've always been false. But I think that's a big thing, and I think even when you find a woman or a partner and she just loves you for who you are, that gives you the strength to be yourself no matter who you're with. So then you could stand alone and be yourself and be strong, even if, you even have the whole world against you. I think when you have like right partner or partners in your life, they can give you that extra strength to be strong. But I think it's difficult in this world to be yourself. That everybody's trying to change you into what they want you to be. Like they don't really want you to be who you are, they just want to change you to what they want you to be. And it's difficult to stay true to yourself in this world, I feel. But if you could actually do it, then that's the beginning to reaching like great spiritual heights, meditation and basically truth, coming closer to truth, when you can be true to yourself. You don't gotta hide who you are.
I noticed some things like this in my family dynamics, especially with some of my like little cousins. Like, you know, there's about like 3 different households on my dad's side. He had 3 different brothers, and like, just the way the kids come up is so different. And you can tell it's based on how the parents feel about themselves. Like, these kids are told, like one household, you know, raised by one of my uncles, is like, you know, like, just these kids are confident, they're happy kids, they know who they are, they know where they came from, they know their families, loves them, they feel supported. In general, life has been easy for them. The other household, one of my other uncles, these kids got no confidence, their social skills are shit, and it's like they've been told their whole life that they're not doing what they should do, that they're doing something that they shouldn't, and they're always getting, like, you know, in trouble, in timeout, in spanking, the belt, whatever it was. They were always getting dragged out the room. And it's just like, you know, and after a while, you know, as a family, we're all like witnessing it, like, again, really? Like, the kid just took a, you know, piece of candy from the candy dish sitting out in the living room.
Right.
What's the big deal? But, you know, like, it's just instilled in them. And so, you know, I see these kids, and you know, they're not kids anymore. They're like, you know, young adults in college, or just graduated college, and they're not doing that great. Like, they don't have the confidence because they don't know themselves. They haven't been. And I'm not saying that my aunt and uncle don't love them per se, but I think that I don't think they've been taught how to love themselves, and nonetheless. Yeah. I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
No, I'm saying you can see the effects of, you know, how they were raised. Like,
Yeah.
you've seen, like, how it's compared to the others, like, wow, like, you know, how it turned out at the end because of how they were raised, like, how it affected them, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think that they're loved by their own parents, yes, but like, I don't think that their own parents love themselves enough to show their own kids how to love themselves. You know what I mean? They love their kids, but they love them in this tough type of non-approving way that does nothing for them in the end. If anything, it's damaged them, right?
Let's finish with a bow.